My dear brothers and sisters, much of the Gospel of Mark takes place in the villages and towns around the Sea of Galilee. At least, you can know, 4 of Jesus' disciples were fishermen. So, they were able to crisscross the sea and travel by boat from village to village. In today's Gospel, Mark tells us that Jesus made his disciples get in the boat without him and head either toward Bethsaida or another places opposite Bethsaida. We can see on Mark chapter 6:45, so earlier from today's Gospel. From John's Gospel, we know that the disciples were specifically going to Capernaum. You can check in John chapter 6 verse 16, which was about 6 miles west of Bethsaida. This means that the disciples were heading to Capernaum either by way of Bethsaida or by crossing opposite Bethsaida. In either case, it is curious that in Mark's Gospel, Jesus doesn't bring his disciples to Capernaum, but rather than land them safely at Gennesaret, a village 3 miles south of Capernaum. In Gennesaret, in today's Gospel, the people immediately recognized him and brought the sick among them to be healed by Jesus. This healing took place in Galilee, in the land of Israel. This healing, my dear brothers and sisters, will be parallel with a healing that takes place outside of Israel, in the district of Tyre, with the healing of the Syrophoenician's daughter. Earlier, last week, if you remember, there is a woman with a hemorrhage was healed by touching Jesus' garment. It was her faith in Jesus that made her well. Today, here, St. Mark speaks of people touching not just his cloak, but also the blue tassels or fringes that Jesus wore at the 4 corners of his cloak. So, if you see the movie or something and you saw a Jewish people, a rabbi, they're wearing and then they like a blue color and says, this will call tassels. So, in today's Gospel, the people begged him that they might touch only the tassels on his cloak. So, not this garment have power, but Jesus has power and the people has faith in Jesus. This is what happened with the woman and also other peoples. My dear brothers and sisters, today we can contemplate how I have put on Jesus through grace. Have faith in Jesus like those people. The Gospel say, wherever they heard he was, whatever villages or town or countryside he entered, they come. How I have put on Jesus through grace. What does my garment of righteous deed? You can read in the book of Revelation chapter 19 verse 8 that we have garment of righteous deeds. What righteous deeds am I called to do today? Maybe we need more faith, just like these people. Wherever Jesus goes, they follow it. They have faith to touch him, even his garment. How now we today, in today's society, in the people that may have no faith in him, how we show our faith. Not for show off, but just like what Jesus taught us yesterday. You are the light of the world. The light cannot be hid. The city that's in the hillside always seen. We just put our faith into action, not to show off, but this is what we need to do as a disciple of Jesus. So, what righteous deeds am I called to do today? Amen.